Hello there everybody, today we're going to read 50 Shades of TwiDash, this time Chapter 3, You're Really Good at This, by Silvernis. So, without further ado, let's hop right into it. You're really good at this, Twi, I say in between gasps. I've never had my wings tied down like this, and it's amazing. They're twitching and jerking so much that they almost hurt, but they don't, not quite. The almost is the important part. Twilight knows what she's doing. She's giving me all the pleasure and just a hint of pain, and I'm already dripping all over her bed. Twilight blushes and smiles, but she doesn't stop. Leg, please, she says. I obediently hold out a foreleg, and she uses her magic to slip another rope around it. I watch the rope move. It slides over and under, through and around again, forming this crazy complicated knot, and I can feel it getting tighter and tighter. It's kinda weird watching yourself get tied up. The ropes just keep going and getting tighter, and every knot takes away more of your freedom, and you're just sitting there letting it happen. There's this little part of your brain shouting at you to shove the ropes off and fly away, but the rest of you is just getting more and more turned on. That's what it's all about. Though you don't really want to move, you want to be helpless, because you know the hot unicorn tying you up is gonna do incredible things to you. You want her to be completely in charge because she's amazing, and you know you can trust her to push you just hard enough. I look up at her. She's totally focused on the rope, biting her lip as she concentrates. Her eyes are beautiful. I could drown in them. I know it sounds cheesy and uncool, but I really could. They're deep and wonderful, and they get this shine in them when she's excited, and it just makes me want to hug her. I can't right now though, because she's gently tugging my leg behind my back and tying it to the rope harness already biting my wings. I settle for leaning over and kissing her. She giggles and kisses back, and we forget everything else for a minute. She's hungry, pushing her tongue deep into my mouth and feeling every corner of it. I push back, tasting her, and we moan into each other. My wings ache uselessly at the ropes. You're really good at this, I say again as we separate. She's flushed and sweaty and super sexy, and she has drool running down her chin. I know some of it's mine. She just grins and says, leg please. I grin back and give her my other foreleg. She ties a knot around it like the first one, then pulls it behind my back and ties it in place. I wiggle, trying to move my wings and forelegs, but I know I won't be able to, and it's insanely exciting. My body finally starts to figure it out. I'm hers now. She can do anything she wants to me. She can drive me wild with pleasure, or break me with pain, or both, and there's nothing I can do to stop her. I'm completely in her hooves. I'm hers until she lets me go. I belong to Twilight Sparkle, the best mirror friend in the world. I look up at her, panting. Her eyes are bright, and I know mine are too. Lie down, she whispers, stroking my cheek. I flop face first onto the bed. The ropes dig into me, reminding me of just how helpless I am now. The bed bounces a little as she shuffles around, and then suddenly she's sitting on my back, straddling me, with my head under her pretty purple tail while she faces my rump. She's not a big mare, but has still grown at the extra weight. The way the ropes tugged at my pulled back forelegs, she's really wet too. I can feel it dripping from her slit and down her thighs and into my mane. Are you alright, Dashi? She asks. Want me to get off? She sounds a little nervous and her legs tense around me. I'm fine, I say before she can kill the mood, but I was kinda hoping we'd both get off, you know? She laughs and her legs relax again. She leans forward across my back, pressing her sticky slit and warm belly against me, and then I feel her kissing my rump and flings. She moves from one cutie mark to the other, kissing and licking and biting the whole way, with her forehooves rubbing my sides. Suddenly she returns to my tail and starts nibbling on my dock, right where it sticks out of my rump. I yell something into the blanket and instinctively try to flick my tail, but she holds on with her teeth. My slit and my tail hole and my whole rump are practically buzzing. My forelegs and wings are tied down. I have a horny unicorn sitting on top of me, and she's got my tail in her mouth. She's Celestia. She's looking at it now too, so the only thing I can do is thrash my back legs. Uh-oh, she says. We can't have that. She shifts a bit, and then I feel more rope twisting around one of my hinds. Once she's satisfied with the knot, she pulls the leg up against my side and ties it to the harness. Just like she did with my forelegs, she does the same thing with my last leg, and I struggle a little, testing the knots, but they're tight. I'm even more helpless than I was before. Perfect. I know it sounds weird, but it really is. It's hard to explain, but the only other time I feel this free is when I'm soaring through the clouds, when I'm up there. It's like it's only me and the sky and nothing else matters. When I'm down here tied up on Twi's bed and completely at her mercy, it's only me and her. Me and the mare I love. Twilight is the world right now. There's nothing else I need to think about. I wriggle in my ropes and let out a happy sigh. Do you like that? She asks, ruffling my mane. I say. Her thighs are still dripping. And what about this? My tail suddenly tingles as she lifts it up with her magic. She gives it a gentle tug and I whimper. She does it again, just a little harder, and then I feel another rope wrap around my dock. I squirm as she runs the other end through the harness. I'm pretty sure I know what's next. Sure enough, she starts pulling on the rope, pulling my tail with it. She keeps it going and I moan as my tail hole and my slit gets stretched. It hurts, but it still feels so good. Everything's being pulled and exposed and it's making me hot. And by the time she finally ties off the rope, I'm stretched tight and panting and gasping and shaking. You're really good at this, I manage to say. She giggles. You keep saying that, she says. Because it's true, sweet Celestia. I squeal as she slowly brushes a hoof over my holes. They're both twitching like crazy. Oh, wow. You're amazing, Twi. No pony else can make me feel this good. I chuckle into the blanket. It's like you should have a cutie mark in this. The goofy egghead actually tries to hug me. She mostly just ends up sticking her face in my tied up tail and squeezing my rump between her forelegs. But it's still a real hug. I can feel the love in it, and it makes me smile. Twi is adorable like that. She can tell you she loves you by hugging your rump. What would that even look like? She says into my tail. Her breath is warm and tickly, and then her tongue, yes, her tongue warm and wet and sliding all over. I don't know, I say. Maybe it'll be me or something. A cutie mark of Rainbow Dash. Why not? I wheeze. She's doing these to my folds and my tail hole, and it's getting hard to think straight. Who wouldn't want me on their flanks? But Dash, I thought you liked my cutie mark, she says in between nips at my rump. I do. I shout, I love your cutie mark. I know she's just teasing, but I think sometimes she really does worry about not being pretty, which of course is completely stupid. Twilight Sparkle is beautiful, and I make sure to tell her that a lot. Good, she says, and I can hear the naughty grin in her voice, but I think I want you on my flanks after all. She gives my tail hole one last lick, then lifts herself up and starts shuffling backward over my head. She goes slowly, giving me plenty of time to lift my muzzle and stuff my face between her legs. She's completely soaked now. I nuzzle her and lick her everywhere I can reach. Slurping up everything, she gasps, and I can feel her shiver as she passes. She sits down on her haunches in front of me, spreading her legs wide. She leans back for a minute, grinning and watching me as I pant and stare at the juices trickling out of her cute little slit. Slowly, she closes her legs again and turns to the side so that one of her sexy flanks is almost in my face. I could lean forward and lick it, which is probably the idea. Go on, Dashy, she says. She passes the pink star on her flank and gives me a warm, happy smile. Show me how much you love my cutie mark. So I'll smile back and do what she says. She really does taste magical. The end. Okay, that was kind of corny at the end, Rainbow. Okay, so apparently this was Rainbow's perspective. I did not know that. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little series. Right now it's only at this chapter. Hopefully we get more and more ponies involved into this. Hopefully you guys have fun with this, or got a laugh or two, and I'll see you guys in the next ClopFic or fanfic reading that I do. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.
100,000 stories have filled my head as I look for the answers in what I've read. Secretly waiting for my life to change, and with this transformation